Okay, we are live from beautiful
Ludeniz, Turkey.
Ludeniz, Turkey. And I know a lot of you are probably not used to seeing Turkey looking quite like this, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. And we're going to do our announcement that we put off for a while. We've just had different delays going on in life that have kept us from giving the breakdown of what's going on and what our special announcement was. Are you ready to talk about it a little bit?
Sure.
Okay, so we have some minor changes that are going to happen to our channel. We've decided that we're going to partner up with the largest, I guess the largest source of information for expats and people that are wanting to retire overseas, International Living magazine. International Living reached out to us several months ago about working with them and telling people and their viewers about our experiences and travels. And so we are going to be producing one video a month that will be exclusively released to International Living to go on their new platform that's going to be known as International Living TV. So it's going to be ILTV. That's going to be soft launched in January. And so we've finally provided them with our first installment. We did an intro video for International Living TV that will be shown in January on their ILTV streaming. So I think for the first year, that's going to be something that they're going to be doing for free through online, but we'll see where it goes in the future, whether or not it's a pay thing for them on their side. But for one video a month is what we've agreed to do for International Living TV. And that, again, will start on January.
Yes, and I wanted to say we're a little early starting the live stream because we're making sure before sunset that we start.
Yeah, so you can see behind me, maybe you can, maybe you can't. Beautiful beach here in Ludeniz, Turkey. And we decided that, I think sunset's at 6:17. It's like 6 right now, I think, here.
Yeah, and this is some picturesque weather.
Yeah.
I mean, gorgeous.
If you see all the things flying around behind us, this is the parasailing capital of the world. And so they've got these people landing on this landing strip, this boardwalk right behind us. They're coming down out of the sky, and there were tons and tons of them. I think the sky's starting to empty up a little bit because the sun is starting to set.
And I've seen prices for that in case people are interested, going about 80 British pounds.
Yeah, and this is a really big British place, so a lot of the stuff here is in pounds. So if you don't know Turkey, the Aegean coast from Fethiye, Ludeniz, it's really a strong British hotspot for expats.
It's beautiful.
Now Ludeniz is more expensive than up in Fethiye.
Yes.
So let me go ahead and backtrack a little bit for those of you that have just joined. We've been telling you guys we had an announcement, things we were going to talk about. And so come January, we're going to be partnered up and working one video a month going to International Living TV. And we'll put links in our Facebook group. If you're not part of that, don't forget to join. But when they start releasing our videos, we'll put the links so that you can see those videos that will be exclusively shown on ILTV, International Living TV. And for those of you that are not aware, International Living is a huge magazine for people looking to retire and move abroad and move overseas. They have 150,000 subscribers, and they have, I think, over 500,000 on their email list. But they're probably the biggest organization or biggest company dealing with trying to educate people that want to live abroad and live overseas and how to do it affordably.
Correct.
And they are interested in our slow roving retirement.
Yeah, and they're quite interested to see what we have to say about Turkey too. So.
Yeah. Yes, and we're hitting spaces and places that oftentimes they don't go to. So we're bringing in a little bit different flavor for their readers. And Julie will probably be doing some articles also over there on a somewhat regular basis. We're still waiting for more details on that. But we'll still be producing videos on our YouTube channel.
Yes. And if you didn't get a chance to check out Bansko, our couple that we have so far on that, please do, because that's quite a unique place as well.
Yeah. So Bansko, we just released yesterday for the real estate. We released the Bansko about 3 or 4 days ago for the initial show of Bansko, Bulgaria. But you can get a home in Bansko, Bulgaria, and have a ski style lifestyle if that's what you're looking for in the mountains, or a golf course luxury resort lifestyle for the price of a car.
And somebody just asked if we're in Aludeniz, and
yes, we are. Yes, we are. Aludeniz, Turkey right now. But yeah, it's almost sunset here. But it's a,
thanks. They love our Bansko videos.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we were excited to try to get that Bansko out to you. But to be honest with you guys, the amount of views on there right now has been a little bit disappointing. But maybe YouTube will give us some traction eventually on this, but it all comes down to the algorithms. And we put the Hungary videos that we had on hold for now. We were going to work on Hungary, but
we'll
circle back. It doesn't look like we got a lot of traction on our residency video for that, and then we didn't feel like there was a whole lot of excitement for us to do the Hungary videos. So we switched and fast forwarded to doing Bulgaria. Then we'll come here to Turkey. After Turkey, we'll be going to back to Bansko, because we want to see what it's like in the winter, because we were there in the slow season before, so we're going to go see what it's like during the ski season. Then we'll head back to probably Montenegro, and then potentially off to Portugal for a while.
That's the plan. One thing I wanted to say is a lot of people are wanting to know about residency in Turkey. There's been so many changes, and we do plan to get with an expert and try and get all those updates.
Yes. Yeah, so we are looking for a residency expert right now here in the, we're actually staying in the Fethiye area. This is Ludnis, which is nearby. So we'll have a new Turkey residency video out, but the cost of living in Turkey, while there's been a lot of inflation, the dollar's been strong. So I think we've been cushioned a lot by the overall inflation here in Turkey for now. We were excited to explain to you guys about what was going on with international living, and that this has been kind of going on behind the scenes. So because I'm going to be trying to do one video for them a month, I've been trying to put out 2 videos a week, which is really exhausting when we're trying to be retired, we're trying to travel, we're trying to experience things. So between trying to enjoy life, it takes up a lot of times to edit and put videos together. So while YouTube wants us to do 2 videos a month to stay on, or a week to be on the good side, I'm going to probably try to scale that down to 1 video a week instead. It's just I need to have time to sightsee, enjoy, and sleep in, and go to the gym and do these things without trying to worry about whether or not YouTube's happy with me. So hopefully you guys will just make sure you're checking it out every video every week. I may get a couple videos out a week for the next couple weeks, but I'm going to try to taper that down to like a Saturday rollout on a regular basis, and then you'll have the extra bonus video every month that will go through ILTV, International Living TV. I know we've had some new viewers come in since we talked about International Living TV, so they'll have an exclusive video once per month. It will be free for now. I'll be putting the links through the Facebook group so that you can find that. And I'll go ahead and put it into our community board as well, so that you can try to find it there on YouTube if you're not on Facebook. But we're excited about this opportunity.
Yeah.
They're the big gorilla in the room when it comes to educating people, expats or wannabe expats, people that want to retire and move abroad and have a great quality of life. And we're just excited that they have found our content of interest and our Slow Roving Retirement of interest, that they have people that want to do what we're doing. And we have actually did our numbers recently, and it came out to be so much less than we ever expected. And
for 2.5 years of full-time travel, we thought we did pretty well.
Yeah, for 2.5 years of full-time travel,
but you have to stay tuned for that one in January, because that's
we're going to reveal what are we spending per month
on average
on the International Living TV first video. Or it will be our intro video, but we're going to tell everybody what we have spent per month for 2.5 years of doing this.
Correct.
So I will give you a hint. It's a lot less than what you think, and that the average couple on a Social Security check could probably come pretty dang close to what we've ended up spending. I was kind of aghast when I was like, well, we're doing this on the cheap, and we're not trying to be on the cheap.
Unfortunately, somebody just asked a question and I couldn't see it because we're really working with a very small little bit of font. If you could just email us, that would be great, and I'll be happy to try and answer that. It was something about what is the lowest you can live on, but there was a fairly long question there.
Yeah, well, if you're staying in one place and not moving country to country, it's going to be less expensive than what we do.
Yes. Short term is expensive, more expensive.
But I will tell you, we are so much lower than I would have ever thought before we did our launch. I mean, we're probably running at about 50-60% of what I was guesstimating we would spend.
Yes, and I keep extremely good records in Excel, so
yeah,
I think they're pretty accurate. I know a lot of you are really excited about next year. We're going to be seeing Portugal. So many people have said, please, Portugal, Portugal. Well, we're going. So you'll see us in February going to Portugal.
And if you didn't notice, we did do a Portugal video recently because we have our friend who's the founder of Expat Empire did a video for us in collaboration, sent us his cost of living, showed us what it was like for him in Porto. And so that's gotten great traction, great reviews out of the gate. Again, that was fantastic. I'm glad YouTube blessed us with putting the word out there that we've got this video. But some of the other videos kind of been falling flat. And so if I've seen that there's not a lot of traction on a place, like I mentioned about Hungary, then I'm not going to spend my valuable time editing for that location. I might just move on to the next location. And that's what we did with skipping Hungary, going straight to Bulgaria, which I think Bansko is a place that you guys need to look at if you haven't already. That's you need to see the first video we did on Bansko, giving the introduction, but then you'll see the real estate ones where we showed luxury living in the golf course at Perrin Golf.
It's impressive.
Where basically you get a house there in a golf course community for under $65,000. I think it was $63,000 at today's exchange rate. And then we have homes in the ski resort area for $33,000 to $63,000, I believe, is what we had that we showed on the real estate video. Plus we showed some beautiful areas of the mountains. So I hope that you guys are going to check out the Bansko videos and then get ready for a lot more Turkey videos, because we're going to be spending 40 days in Fethiye, Turkey, in this region, which includes Aludinus, and then we're going to do 40 back in Antalya, where we were before. Last time we were in Turkey, we loved that area, and then, like I said, we'll look at the ski, what it's like in the winter in Bansko, and actually maybe I'll go out and do some skiing. Maybe I'll get Julie skiing. I actually tore my MCL, I guess about 5 years ago, so I've been really a little cautious with it. So we'll see whether or not I decide to find a good strong brace and jump out there and do it again. But I love skiing, but I never did the surgical repair. For those of you that don't know, you'll see something flying up behind us. We are in the parasailing capital of the world here in Aludinus. So the people are coming in before the sun goes down, and they're landing over here on the boardwalk behind us. But there's a lot of these guys up in the sky.
And most of these don't have motors, which is really cool. This one in particular behind us over here, I don't think he's showing it at the moment, but that one has a motor, but the others are actually not, and it's pretty impressive.
So I don't know if you can see the guy up there. He's got a motor up there.
And as I mentioned before, it's literally, I believe, 80 British pounds to do this. So
to go up on one of these tour things.
I saw a few that were 65. I'm not sure what the differences are. And then there's tandem as well.
Yeah, so 80 British pounds is roughly close to $90. So not too outrageous. But yeah, everything down here seems to be in British pounds in the tourist area. This place is overran with British. So if you were looking for a place, and I compare this to Cuenca in Ecuador. If you like the idea about being in areas where there's lots of people that speak English, a large expat community, then parts of Turkey fit the bill.
Absolutely.
I mean, basically where we are is the Cuenca, Ecuador for the Brits.
There is an active community here too. It is impressive how many communities. There's 15,000 people on one Facebook site alone.
Yeah. When we look at places, we of course want to get to know locals. But I'm going to tell you guys, don't fool yourself. When you go to another country, you don't want to be lonely. And when you try to get into a new country, these people that are already natives of the country, they have family, friends, they've been working there. They don't always have time to just say, let's make you my new best friend and let's go have these great experiences. But the expats in the area do. So if you're going somewhere, it's always great to have an expat community, because there's people there that want to have adventures with people, want to get to meet people, want to get to know new people. And while we all can say, oh, I want to just know the locals, I want to hang out with a bunch of Americans, whatever, that's fine. Hang out with a bunch of expats that are British or German or from India. Or,
you'll learn a lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's an international expat community, but this is the British hotspot here. But there's also Ukrainians and Russians around in other areas in this area, which is interesting because here it's they're all getting along. Wish everybody would get along all over the place.
And again, if in case you didn't hear earlier, if you have any trouble, if you're trying to put a question up there and we aren't answering anything, it's because we really literally cannot see it. It's too tiny of writing, so please just email us.
Yeah, it's the we're on my iPhone doing the live stream.
And it's tough.
Yeah, so it's like a long ways away over there, and
I can see a little bit, but I can't see enough.
Yes.
But we're happy to answer any questions you have.
Yeah. So anyhow, we just wanted to let you guys know what was going on. Explain to you that there's going to be a little bit less videos coming out on our channel. Probably going to start moving it to once per week on Saturday. That will happen in a few weeks. I'm going to work through these Bansko videos first, and then I'm going to look at just gradually feeding one a week on Saturday, and then there will be the International Living TV videos that we're doing that will, at least for the first year, starting in January, those videos will be streaming online from International Living, and we'll put the links out when those links are available. And then we don't know if the plan after the first year is going to be to stream them through another means of some sort, but we know at least for the first year of ILTV's launch that our videos will be at no cost. And by the way, we do have the dogs with us. If you can't tell, let me see. See, there's Arya and Katie. So yeah, they're out here on the
digging. I'm sorry.
So if you think Julie's jerking around, I'm not pulling on her. She's got Arya and pulling on her. Arya's found something she likes.
This is truly live streaming. So.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate it, and we're so excited to bring more of Turkey to you. We will say there's definitely been some inflation. We've seen some definite price changes. However, still very affordable. And this area is really gorgeous. It's truly looks like Southern California to us.
Yeah, it is very much looks like Southern California. I totally agree 100%. Again, please check out the Bansko videos, and you guys really do vote with your views on whether or not we do types of videos, because if I don't see that there's traction for something or a type of video, then I just won't produce that type of video.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it takes me the same amount of work to do the video that does 30,000 views as it does the ones that get 400 views. And so, I've got to look at where the interest is. And while I love Bansko, and I think a lot of you guys should be looking at Bansko, Bulgaria, because actually it's not far from Turkey. So if you did want to do like countries that were cheap next to each other, you can literally do like 3 months in Turkey, 3 months in Bulgaria, and swing back and forth without ever doing a residency anywhere.
It's also good right now for the Schengen hop, because it is non-Schengen in Bulgaria.
But Bulgaria may go Schengen next year. So let's
it's not there yet.
Yes, I'm not emphasizing their Schengen status anymore, because they might actually be part of Schengen. But you can do Turkey to Bulgaria, even swing into Serbia on occasion if you wanted, or Macedonia. It's actually right near the Greek border, so even in Bansko, you're only going to be like a 3-hour drive to the Greek beaches. Actually like 2.5 hours, but like 3 hours to get to an island. So if you can have that ski resort and still go take off for a weekend on the beach if that's something you wanted to do. And then again, Turkey is cheap. On our Facebook group, I don't know if you guys saw this posting or not, I put up a map to show what it costs in comparison to other places in Europe. So you have 100 is the average throughout Europe, and Turkey came in at 40, which means if you had $100 in Europe, it would only cost you 40 here. In comparison, Ireland, if you were in Ireland, it was 140, so it would cost you $140 in Ireland for what you can have for $40 here in Turkey.
Yes.
Montenegro came in at like 59. I think Poland was at 60. But you can look at that map. It's really educational. It's a June 2022 map, but it's taking the 2021 statistics. Of course, the inflation's been a little bit weird everywhere, so hard to say how those numbers stack up, but I would assume that they're fairly consistent.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again for joining us. We really appreciate it, and we're looking forward to bringing you more content.
Yep. So until next time, have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Ciao.